10 toes down, you've stood unshaken, unwavering, and unapologetically rooted in your truth. While the world tried to distract you, you stayed focused. While others doubted, you kept building. The result? People are left dumbfounded there, assumptions shattered as they watch you rise. This isn't just a moment, it's a movement. Every scar, every stumble, every sleepless night has been fuel for your comeback. You're not just on the right path, you're reclaiming the happiness you've always deserved. Keep walking. The road is yours, and the best is yet to come. And real success doesn't come from proving points, but from proving to yourself that you're unstoppable. The loudest victories are often the ones no one claps for, the ones built in silence, away from the eyes of those who doubted you. The truth is, you never needed their approval. You never needed their recognition. What you needed was discipline, vision, and the patience to let your success unfold on its own terms. Think of the bamboo tree. For years it remains underground, its roots stretching deep into the earth. To the outside world, it looks like nothing is happening. People walk past the barren ground, doubting, assuming, forgetting. Then suddenly, in a matter of weeks, the bamboo shoots up, reaching heights no one saw coming. Your journey is no different. The work you put in behind closed doors, the sacrifices, the late nights, the relentless belief in yourself, those are your roots, strengthening beneath the surface. And when the time is right, your rise will be undeniable. And people will be dumbfounded. They'll scramble for explanations, trying to piece together how you went from overlooked to unstoppable. But they weren't there when you planted the seeds. They didn't see the struggle, the failures, the moments when quitting seemed easier. Let them be surprised. Let them whisper, wonder, and watch. Because at the end of the day, real success doesn't need validation. It speaks for itself. Your setbacks were never meant to break you. They were meant to build you. The moments that felt like the end were actually the beginning of something greater. Every tear, every loss, every door slammed in your face was fuel. The pain wasn't pointless. It was raw material, shaping you into something unstoppable. Think of the phoenix. It doesn't just survive the fire, it is reborn from it. When everything is reduced to ashes, the phoenix doesn't stay down. It rises stronger, more vibrant, more powerful than before. That's you. The heartbreak, the betrayals, the failures, they weren't signs that you were losing. They were the conditions necessary for your transformation. Every loss carved out space for something better. Every setback tested your resilience. And now, you're standing at the threshold of your comeback, armed with wisdom and strength that only the fire could have given you. There were nights when you questioned everything, when the weight of your struggles felt unbearable, when you looked around and saw no support, no way out. But you kept going, you kept pushing, even when no one was watching. The difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck isn't talent or luck. It's endurance. It's the willingness to keep moving forward, even when progress is invisible. People love to celebrate the comeback, but they forget the suffering that built it. They see the success, but they don't see the nights you wrestled with doubt, the mornings you forced yourself out of bed when your mind told you to quit. They don't see the inner war you fought and won. That's why your power is different. That's why your rise will be different. You didn't just survive the fire, you became it. Now, as you step into your new chapter, remember this. You are not defined by what broke you. You are defined by what you built from the broken pieces. Your comeback isn't just about proving them wrong, it's about proving to yourself that you were never defeated. This is your moment. Own it. Being chosen isn't about perfection, it's about perseverance. It's about surviving battles that would have destroyed others. It's about carrying burdens no one else could handle. You weren't given an easy path because you were never meant to be ordinary. The challenges, the betrayals, the obstacles, these weren't punishments. They were proof of your calling. A true warrior isn't made in comfort. A warrior is forged in battle, sharpened through struggle, strengthened through suffering. Think of the soldier who stands firm in the storm, blade drawn, while others flee. They don't question why the war found them. They don't curse the darkness around them. They fight, not because they seek battle, but because they were built for it. That's you. The hardships you faced weren't signs that you were cursed. They were confirmations that you were chosen and the forces against you. They saw your potential before you did. That's why the attacks were relentless. That's why you faced resistance at every turn. The world tried to break you because it feared what you would become. And now you stand here, still breathing, still rising, still moving forward. They threw everything at you, and yet you remain. That alone is proof of your power. But being chosen comes with responsibility. It means you can't move like everyone else. It means you can't waste time on distractions, on people who drain your energy, on battles that don't serve your purpose. You have a mission, and every setback was designed to prepare you for it. The storm was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to teach you how to navigate chaos with clarity. And now it's time to step fully into who you were always meant to be. No more doubting your strength. No more questioning your path. You've already survived what was meant to destroy you. Now it's time to thrive. And staying focused on your higher purpose keeps you grounded. When everything around you is uncertain, when the noise of the world tries to pull you in every direction, vision is what separates the lost from the unstoppable. A true visionary doesn't get distracted by the storm. They keep their eyes locked on the destination, knowing that chaos is just part of the journey. Think of a captain navigating through an unforgiving sea. The winds howl, the waves crash, and the sky darkens with no land in sight. A weaker mind would panic, lose direction, and surrender to the storm. But the captain, they don't focus on the chaos. They focus on the horizon. They trust the map, they trust their experience, and they trust that no storm lasts forever. That's the mindset you must adopt, and life will throw distractions your way. Doubters, failures, unexpected detours. If you react to every wave, you'll never move forward. If you let the opinions of others shake you, you'll lose sight of what truly matters. But when you hold on to your vision, when you refuse to let temporary circumstances dictate your direction, you become unstoppable. The world isn't designed to make things easy for visionaries. The higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. The more you see, the harder it becomes to relate to those who settle for mediocrity. But that's the price of seeing beyond what others can comprehend. While they are focused on the obstacles, you see the opportunities. While they are consumed by fear, you move with faith. NNAs. Jonathan Swift once said, "Vision is the art of seeing what is invisible to others. Your ability to see what others cannot is your greatest advantage. Use it, protect it, and never let the storm convince you that the horizon isn't there." Your transformation isn't just personal, it changes everything around you. The energy you carry, the mindset you embody, and the presence you bring into a space have a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you see. You don't have to force people to notice you. Your energy speaks before you say a word. And when you operate on a higher frequency, those around you feel it, whether they acknowledge it or not. Think of a single candle in a dark room. It doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't demand to be seen. It simply shines, and the darkness has no choice but to retreat. That's what happens when you grow, when you heal, when you refuse to be confined by the limits others place on you. Your presence alone shifts the atmosphere. Your energy commands attention, not because you seek it, but because true power doesn't go unnoticed. You've seen it before. Walk into a room filled with negativity, and even if nothing is said, you can feel it. The tension, the doubt, the insecurity, it lingers in the air like a heavy fog. But the same is true for the opposite. When someone steps into a space carrying confidence, clarity, and purpose, they don't need to announce it. People just know. And that's the kind of energy you bring. But understand this. Not everyone will celebrate the way your presence shifts the room. Some will be drawn to your light, inspired by your strength. Others will feel exposed by it, unsettled by the fact that your very existence disrupts their comfort. That's not your problem. You weren't meant to dim yourself to make others feel at ease. You weren't meant to shrink to fit spaces that can't handle your power. You were meant to stand tall, to shine, to be the evidence that transformation is possible. Your growth will trigger those who refuse to grow. Your confidence will disturb those who are drowning in self-doubt. But that's the price of elevation. When you level up, you force everything around you to adjust. Some will rise with you, others will resist. Let them. Their reaction isn't your responsibility, your alignment is, and so. Keep shining, keep growing, keep shifting every room you walk into. Your presence alone is enough to ignite change. Walking away from what no longer serves you creates space for something greater. Growth demands sacrifice, and sometimes the weight holding you down isn't external. It's the people, places, and mindsets you refuse to release. Detachment isn't about weakness, it's about strength. It's about recognizing when something has run its course and having the courage to let it go. Think of a snake shedding its skin. It doesn't hold on to the old layer out of nostalgia or fear. It doesn't resist the process. It understands that in order to grow, it must leave behind what no longer fits. If it clings to what is already dead, it risks suffocating itself. That's the reality of leveling up. Holding on to expired relationships, outdated beliefs, or environments that no longer align with you will only slow you down. You can't step into your next chapter while clinging to the last one. And the truth is, not everyone is meant to go where you're headed. Some people were only meant to be part of your journey for a season. And yet, too often, we hold on to them out of guilt, fear, or familiarity. But keeping people around out of obligation is a guaranteed way to stunt your own evolution. If someone is draining your energy, resisting your growth, or refusing to elevate themselves, detachment is necessary. Not as an act of bitterness, but as an act of self-respect. Letting go isn't easy. Sometimes it feels like loss. Sometimes it feels like betrayal. But the real betrayal is abandoning yourself just to keep others comfortable. Growth will cost you certain friendships, old habits, and familiar spaces. But what you gain in return, peace, clarity, alignment, is worth far more. And here's the paradox. The moment you truly let go, the universe fills the space with something greater. Opportunities flow, aligned connections appear, and everything begins to move in your favor. Detachment isn't about loss. It's about making room for what was always meant for you. And so release what's weighing you down. Walk away from anything that doesn't elevate you. Trust that what's ahead is greater than anything you're leaving behind. And they say the truth will set you free, but most can't handle it. For the chosen ones in the obsidian inner order, it's not just the truth, it's the whole cosmic download, no sugarcoating, no escape. Picture this. Weekly group calls with 450+ chosen ones, recorded and available anytime for your enlightenment. Our private Discord? It's not just active, it's alive, buzzing with ideas, breakthroughs, and that unstoppable chosen energy. Oh, and for you romantics out there, welcome to Chosen Singles, where soulmates meet under cosmic alignments, not cheap pickup lines. And for the seekers, dive into Modern Manifestation Mechanics, our exclusive grimoire, with 3 chapters available to members. Learn how to turn your home into an abundance magnet, master basic spellcraft for physical manifestation, and channel magical forces to elevate your goals. Plus, you'll get access to interviews with real targeted individuals and video specials so bold, the YouTube archons don't even want you to see them. This is more than a membership, it's a movement. So what are you waiting for? Stop searching, start ascending. The link is in the description. When you're aligned, even setbacks serve your purpose. The things you chase out of desperation often run from you, but the things meant for you naturally gravitate toward your life when you step into alignment. The struggle isn't about working harder, it's about working in flow. It's about understanding that true power comes from being in sync with your purpose, not forcing things that were never meant to fit. And think of a magnet pulling iron filings. It doesn't chase, beg, or struggle. It simply exists in its natural state, and everything meant for it is drawn in effortlessly. That's what alignment looks like. When you fully embrace who you are, when you release the things that no longer resonate with your growth, you stop chasing and start attracting. The right people, opportunities, and experiences begin to appear, not because you forced them to, but because you became the version of yourself that was ready to receive them. The problem is, most people operate out of fear, attachment, and scarcity. They hold on to relationships that drain them, careers that suffocate them, and mindsets that keep them stuck, all because they don't trust that something better exists. But alignment requires faith. It requires the courage to step away from what's familiar, even when you don't yet see what's ahead. It's about trusting that if something falls apart, it wasn't part of your path. If a door closes, it wasn't your door. If someone leaves, they weren't part of your destiny. Every no is a redirection. Every delay is divine timing. The things that are truly meant for you will never require you to lose yourself in the process of getting them. If you have to beg, force, or compromise your worth, it's not alignment, it's desperation. And desperation attracts chaos, not purpose. But when you move with confidence, when you trust the process, when you embody the energy of what you desire, the right things show up. You don't have to manipulate or convince. You don't have to force the puzzle pieces to fit. Your only job is to stay in your lane, refine your energy, and trust that what's yours will find you. And so stop chasing, stop forcing, stop holding on to what was never meant to stay. Walk in alignment and watch how everything meant for you effortlessly falls into place. Every obstacle is a sign that you're getting closer to your breakthrough. Resistance doesn't appear in the lives of those who are stagnant. It only comes for those who are in motion, those who are evolving, those who are stepping into their power. The moment you decide to level up, to break free from mediocrity, the opposition intensifies. That's not a coincidence, it's confirmation. Think of a warrior sharpening their sword before battle. Every strike against the blade creates friction, sparks, pressure, but it also creates strength. The blade isn't being destroyed, it's being refined, and the same goes for you. The challenges, the setbacks, the betrayals, the doubts, they are not signs that you're on the wrong path. They are signs that you're being sharpened, prepared, and strengthened for something greater. But here's the thing, most people misinterpret opposition. They see struggle and assume they should stop. They encounter resistance and think they've made the wrong choice, but nothing great has ever been built without friction. No empire, no legend, no visionary has ever walked a smooth path. The very fact that you're facing battles means that you are stepping into territory that others never had the courage to enter. Look back at your life. The times you felt the most resistance were the times you were on the edge of a transformation. The people who tried to tear you down, the obstacles that seemed impossible to overcome, the doubts that whispered in your mind late at night, none of it was random. It was a test to see if you truly wanted what you said you wanted, a test to see if you would keep going even when it felt like everything was against you. But here's what the opposition never expected. You didn't break. You didn't fold. You didn't surrender. And now you're here, stronger than ever. The resistance didn't stop you. It revealed you. It exposed your endurance, your discipline, your unshakable will. So the next time you face resistance, don't question your path. Don't retreat. Don't shrink yourself to make the struggle easier. Stand firm, knowing that every challenge is simply proof that you are exactly where you need to be. The opposition isn't rejection, it's confirmation. Keep going. Your journey of resilience isn't just for you, it's a blueprint for others. Every battle you've fought, every storm you've endured, every scar you carry, is evidence that survival is possible, that growth is inevitable, that success is within reach. You are walking proof that transformation is real, and whether you realize it or not, your story is lighting the path for someone else. Think of a king reclaiming his throne after a long battle. He wasn't handed the crown. He had to fight for it, through war, through betrayal, through loss. The throne didn't just represent power, it represented the struggle that made him worthy of it. And when he finally sat upon it, his story wasn't just his own anymore. It became a legend, a guide, a testament to what's possible for those who refuse to quit. That's you. The struggles you faced weren't just about you, they were shaping something bigger. Because the truth is, people don't learn from perfection. They don't connect with easy success. They connect with the raw, unfiltered truth of someone who overcame. They find strength in the stories of those who refused to give up when everything was against them. And right now, someone is watching you, whether you know it or not. A friend, a sibling, a stranger who sees your journey from afar. They're watching to see if it's possible, if change is real, if resilience pays off. And every time you choose to rise instead of fall, to keep going instead of give in, you give them proof that they can do the same. But legacy isn't just about inspiring others. It's about building something that lasts. It's about making sure that everything you went through wasn't in vain, that the lessons you learned, the wisdom you gained, and the power you cultivated don't die with you. It's about leaving behind something greater than yourself, a mindset, a movement, a shift in the way people think and live. And happiness isn't just found. It's fought for, earned, and owned. And once you claim it, it's your responsibility to show others that they can claim it too. Your story is the blueprint. Your resilience is the evidence. Now it's time to own your legacy. And this was never a question of if. You were always meant to win. Every struggle, every delay, every moment of doubt was not proof of failure, but proof of preparation. The things you fought for, your peace, your success, your happiness, were never out of reach. They were waiting for you to become the version of yourself strong enough to claim them. You didn't just survive, you transformed. You didn't just endure, you evolved. And now, as you stand here, looking at the life that once felt impossible, understand that this isn't luck, nor is it chance. This is the result of resilience, the outcome of unwavering faith, the reward for refusing to settle. But divine victory isn't just about arrival, it's about acknowledgement. You are no longer chasing, proving, or convincing. You are simply stepping into what has always been yours. No more hesitation, no more doubt. You earned this, and so take your peace, take your success, take your happiness, not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that what was meant for them could never be denied. This is your moment. Step into it fully.